Yo, what's up, everybody? It is Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Thank you guys so much for wrapping up your week with me, kicking off the month of December with me here today on 412 Productions. Let me start by offering my sincere apologies for yesterday. Um, I wanted very badly to do the show. Obviously, taking it back is one of the really fun highlights of the week for me, for you guys. I know how much you guys love it. I just could not get to the prep. I had so much going on yesterday during the day. It just was not possible to put together and prepare what I thought would be a quality show. Plus, I had stuff going on right after, and it just didn't seem like it was going to be in the cards, and that it was going to be anything other than like a slap together piece of shit broadcast. And I just didn't. I just felt like, you know what, we need to just cancel it. We'll come back and be full strength next week. So I do apologize to kind of put the post up there and then take it away. I hate doing that, but it really just wasn't possible yesterday. So thank you guys for understanding and coming back, hanging out with me today. Like I said, to wrap up the week and kick off the month. Lino Vincent, great to see you. Q-Boys, great to see you. Lucy Anders, great to see you guys over on D Live. Thank you all for joining in today. Shout out to those of you watching on Rumble as well. I see Joe Elaine there modding the chat, helping us out. Thank you, Joe, for all you do. Spiky999 in the house. Esther G13 dropping a $10 Rumble rant on us. Thank you so much, Esther. I really appreciate that. And then Leo Slayer in the house as well. What's up, Leo? Hope you're having a good Friday afternoon. Thank you for joining us over on Rumble. If you guys haven't hit that thumbs up button already, please take a second and do that. Shout out to the Cloud Hub, Odyssey, and Twitter viewers as well, and YouTube also over on YouTube. I don't even really see the YouTube chat, but I think we are live over there today. So I hope you guys are all having a wonderful Friday so far. And of course, we got to say hello to all of our friends hanging out on pilled.net, the comfy bunker, the exclusive home for the second half of today's show. And yeah, the true home of free speech online. Jump into chat if you haven't already. Say hi to me. Due Diligence was in there first. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Hope you're having an awesome Friday so far. Lightspear Lance, how are you? Joe Elaine, of course, keeping the chat comfy over there as well. Thank you, Joe, again for all that you do. D. Richard, it's great to see you. And I saw Bella214 out there as well. What's up, Bella? General Buford in the house. Barb Robbins, great to be with you both. Spiky999, double dipping as usual. Thank you, Spiky. Tweety52, Pat McFly. Happy Friday, guys. Thank you for joining. Floyd with the sure happy. It's my Thursday cookie. Yeah, Floyd, I know you're barreling towards the end of your week. You got one more day tomorrow, and then you get to celebrate your weekend as well. Thank you for the cookie, Floyd. Kicking off our gold pills today. I really appreciate it. Fazik, what's up, Fazik? How are you? Great to see you. And I see QHio17 out there as well. Delia says she's back to her own life. Congratulations, Delia. Glad you're able to kind of sink back into your normal routine a little bit here. I know you've been running around like crazy. Space Cookie, happy Friday. Roy, Stones and Bones in the house. What's up, Roy? He's coming in from the West Coast. Great to see you, buddy. Oilman94, my brother. How you doing, dude? Hope you're having an awesome Friday. PDX Patriot, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. R. Harrell in the house. What's up, R. Harrell? Clover Lily, good to see you, Clover Lily. Welcome. Let's see who else. Callie Patriot 14 out there. What's up, Callie? Our 4 cents, Cap 1Q. Great to see you. And Dale Bercier checking in from North Dakota. I see Shane RQ. Good afternoon, Mr. Gerardo. Hope you're well. Dem Turn Red, thank you for the cookie. Hang 10. Norm, Alien Surfer. What's up, Norm? Great to see you on this Friday afternoon. Caustic and Abrasive, how you been? Great to see you out there. Lizzie B in the house as well. Good to see you, Lizzie. And we got Casey Powwow and Dave 75 out there. Great to see you. Yeah, Bella214. I missed you guys as well. I felt really shitty about canceling yesterday's show. I hate to cancel show, especially after I've already made the post. I so look forward to these broadcasts. I know, especially like the core audience that's always here really looks forward to these hangouts as well. And yeah, I felt really crappy about canceling on you guys last minute, but it just had to be done. Again, I hope you all understand. Matt Joker, great to see you. Water Wizard, how are you? That's a new one. Water Wizard, are you new to this chat? A lurker? What's going on? And let's see. Target Driver, welcome. Mama's always right. Welcome. Sig your Dragon Slayer. How you doing? Boys Blanc 89, welcome. Good to see you out there. My man Kaiman Molan Labe in the house, checking in from South Africa. What's up, Kaiman? Hope you're doing well. DX is long time overdue. God bless you. Thank you so much for the ship. That's super generous. Really wonderful way to start with the gold pills. Thank you so much. Matt 1776 is welcome back. Matt, how you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the cookie and thank you for tuning in. It's always great to see the Mats in the chat. Let's see. HL Paco, what's up, Paco? Conservative Chris out there as well. Glass Wanda, how are you? Good to see you. Laura Y repping the 412. Let's go, Laura. How are you today? Maxinon, what's up, Max? How you living today? Good to see you. Let's see. Boys Blanc says, I called HR on you for yesterday. Yeah, they weren't real happy with me either. Yikes. All right. Well, that seems to be pretty much everybody. Pam A777, thank you for the Rumble rant. Says, love the show. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I see Brian 1871 checking in over there on Rumble as well. Joe Gallo, Sleepwalker, what's up, man? How you been? It's been a long time since I've seen Sleepwalker around. What's new, buddy? I hope you're having a good one over there on D Live. Sleepwalker, good to see you. Powdered Sugar, welcome. Good to see you as well. And yeah, I think it's time to officially get this party started. So without further ado, what's up, Cycle Chris? Good to see you, man. Dread Quarters as well. What's up? So without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Oh, there's Pilled Promos. What's up, Maven? Lori P out there as well. Great to see you guys. All right, for real though, we got a show to do. We'll be right back.
We will make America strong again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Y'all for tuning in, Patriots United, doing what we gotta do to win. We addicted, the MSM, and now we're moving in. And once we take over, we won't ever move again. Where we go on, we go all. I say it with pride. No, we won't run, we won't fall. We're right by your side. The demons have taken hold, but none of us will abide. Stand strong, stand bold, that's how we'll survive. 412 is the production. Monday through Friday, deplorable discussions. We're making it hard for the deep state to function. Every time they switch up the narrative, we debunk it. Adult hero is the power that's controlling the fight. With all the patriots behind them, cause we're all in this fight. So many rhyme for so long, but we're giving them sight. Trapped in the world of darkness, but we're bringing them light. You may even find yourself in a different life. A lot of us have, and honestly, that's perfectly fine. Because exactly where you are at this moment in life is where you're supposed to be at this moment in time. It's all by design. The patriots are holding the line. They must have lost theirs, thinking they're controlling our minds. So many trapped in mental prisons don't know they can find. They're just slaves in the system till the roles are assigned. That's sad. The good news is that we're waking them up. They have monopolies on minds, but we're breaking them up. Everything you thought was news, they were making it up. When we ascend, all the tyrants won't be making the cut. Let them all burn in the hellscape they create. We the people already mapped out our escape. We hold each other by the hand as we all elevate and go to a different place. They can never get chased. When I look into the future, I to see that it's bright. When this history is written, they will see that we're right. We formed our own community and the circle is tight, but I expand the circle with every word that I write. The pen is sharper than the sword when you wield it with might. Why do you think they try to kick us off all the sites? These people hate America, punish us out of spite. We are the beacons of hope in the darkness of night. So let's go, strap in, yeah, get ready for the ride. Watch the water, we're witnessing the turning of the tide. Feel the passion and the fire that you got burning inside. Take the narrative that feeding you and turn it to the side. We're alerted to the lies, we're preaching with the truth. We know the plan they devised, they're invading the youth. Now we're only sending vibes to start raising our boots. These demons all weaponized. Now we're raising our troops. Now we're raising the roof and sounding the alarm. Remember that it's always darkest before the dawn. Life is a game of chess. They want to use you as a pawn. You're only useful until you're not useful, then you're gone. But not us, we're on the right team where we belong. Everybody is invited, so come follow along. We refuse to say things are right knowing they're wrong. Adol Nero, take the mic and take flight, cause it's on.
And now, straight from the Steel City, it's your host, 412 Adol Nero.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in today. We are wrapping up another week, kicking off a fresh month. I can't believe it's already December. We are barreling into the end of 2023. My name is Adol Nero. It is December 1st, 2023, and hanging out with me today is Drunk Pinata. He'll be riding shotgun with me the next couple of hours. I'm not sure if TN is going to be here. Hopefully he'll pop in at some point as well. But either way, we should have a fun show for you. Before I say hi to Pinata, just again want to apologize to you guys for the last minute cancellation on yesterday's show. I absolutely hate doing that. I really had no choice, though. The day just completely got away from me. I had no time to prep, and by the time I did, it was just going to feel rushed and terrible. And I also had some stuff going on directly after the show that I didn't want to be late for too. So when all things were kind of all factors were kind of put together, I made the decision to just take the stress away and just say we'll get back to it next week. So I appreciate you guys understanding. I appreciate you guys coming back today and hanging out. And I will do my best to limit those types of things as much as possible in the future. But you guys know how it is, right? Matrix duty calls, and you have to answer. So without getting into any major specifics, just wanted to again apologize for my absence yesterday after creating the posts everywhere. And getting everybody all excited for taking it back. Anyway, let's say hi to Drunk Pinata. Pinata, how are you today, man? Happy Friday.
Good. How you doing? It's we had some fun today, and I definitely have some. We'll have to play it. I think the art people here need to see it. It is we finally figure out, and Babylon B put a video out, where the phrase dog-faced pony soldier came from. So that'd be a good one to put on or tease on the other side. Okay.
So you have answers to that question.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we could do that in the second half. Do you have anything you want to show today as far as like what's kind of trending in the mainstream as far as their conversations?
Well, I have to actually, the thing I wanted to show you, we talked about as the showrunner was opened up. I'm sorry. I got a tooth. I've a situation. I don't know if we had the same situation. I got a tooth I got to get fixed. It's like causing me to flub when I'm speaking, which is not good. So I need to cue it up as far as that's concerned. MSNBC yesterday, when on our show, where we were showing. Apparently, one of these people, Sarah Rule, actually worked at Deutsche Bank. And so she got all cocky and was like, this person at Deutsche Bank, because this person, hang on, I need to back way up. I apologize.
You're good.
I got all tripped up. All right. So in the New York fraud case against Donald Trump, which there was no victim. And even Deutsche Bank testifying on Tuesday said that there was no victim. Even on Wednesday, the next person said, we did our due diligence. They actually are using those words, and they're actually saying that on MSNBC and repeating it. And so this person, Sarah Rule, apparently Stephanie Rule, worked at Deutsche Bank and actually worked with this person, I guess, or knew of this person that was testifying for Donald Trump. It was because right now during this period of the trial, it is the defense that is producing witnesses. So it's a defense witness, and they're saying, well, we were trying to land a whale. We were trying to land Donald Trump as a client. And essentially, we didn't care what the rate was going to be. We wanted the publicity. We wanted that he is working with us. So when you're talking about a fraud thing, no, if they're knowingly even looking away or they don't care, but that's not even the end of it. That's just the internal emails that show what they were wanting to do, but they still had a process to do that. And so this gal Stephanie Rule is just trying to have these mic drop moments where she's like, they do this. This is what they're supposed to do. This is highly regulated. They're supposed to do their due diligence. It's just, and you're on MSNBC. It's like for the past month or however long this trial has been going on, it's been nothing but, well, they didn't have to. He had to know inherently what the right numbers were. And it's just,
But he testified that they did do their own.
Yeah, and it's just interesting. So I'm going to queue up the clip. We'll have to do another set of sponsors because I had to refresh the pages on it, so I lost the time step. I'll have to re-queue it up. But that's a big thing from this week. So whenever one of their narratives kind of goes wonky, they always have to introduce a new one. So now they've revived the January 6th thing again, and then you know what? Oh my gosh! Magically, a leak of text messages from Congressman Scott Perry comes out where he's talking about working with Jeffrey Clark to introduce Jeffrey Clark to Trump, and just this dumb bitch. It's the only way I can say it. Just really dumb, a dumb bitch. I don't use that very lightly, unless I'm on my show and I reach for the top shelf words for those. So, but she was trying to say that they brought in Jeffrey Clark. The whole reason to bring Jeffrey Clark in was to install him as the Attorney General. That's not what happened whatsoever. He was there because of his legal theory, and they only talked about him becoming AG for 15 to 20 minutes on that raucous December 18th, 2020 meeting, in which they said you'd have mass resignations if that happened, and it was dropped. But yet she went on for 20 minutes with her guest, doesn't matter, stand in whoever, that ignored when she was saying that and tried to redirect her, but she kept saying that Trump was trying to install him as AG. No, that's not the reason. Anyway, so it's more of the same. That's trying to make the objection to the certification of the electoral count illegal, which it's not.
Yeah, very good, man. Well, if you want,
I'm sure there'll be other things I'll interject throughout the show.
Yeah, right on, man. As you have stuff, just let me know. I'm always excited to see some of the nonsense that you kind of cultivate. Not cultivate, that's not the right word, but my words are failing me now. But all the nonsense you find and share with us always adds an element of humor to our conversations. So anytime you have something you want to throw in here, don't be shy at all. I see P2P podcast hanging out with us in the chat today. Shout out to the P2P podcast and the whole fam over there. They do a great job. So thank you for joining us today, man. I appreciate that. Tennessee Homesteader, how you doing, man? Happy Friday.
Happy Freitag or Freitag Day. Raining sucks, but what the hell?
Yeah, it's that time of year. Weather starts to get gloomy and shitty and gray and cold and wet. And
as I was leaving the homestead today, driving down the driveway, the guy on the Pete, I was driving and to go get the mail. The that's an ongoing joke between Pete and me, but because of the distance of my driveway. The the guy on the radio had the radio going, and he says, today is the first of the month, and it's going to be 61 degrees tomorrow. I'll take it.
Yeah, right.
It's true. I'll take it. 61 degrees on December 2nd. Dang.
Yeah, what's not to love about that?
Yeah, exactly.
That's my goal,
Oh, the
TN.
windmills. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just say I'm praying we get at least one more day like that here in my neck of the woods where it's over 55 and not raining. I would love. I've never been able to squeeze around the golf in December. So that's my goal this year is to get one round of
You
golf.
might be able to do it. You might be able to do it this coming week.
Yeah, maybe. I'm looking at the forecast. There might be a day or two in there where it could be possible.
At least 9. I mean, the point is of getting out there and doing 9 holes, and even 55, 56 degrees is still doable. Light jacket.
Oh yeah, I'll do anything 50 or above, honestly.
Yeah.
So, well, we'll see. It's just about if the sun is shining, that's what makes a big difference. If it's cloudy and rainy, it feels much colder, or windy, then it feels much colder, right?
Well, that's when you break out the day glow yellow balls or green.
Yeah, right.
The orange. No, we got to do orange, right?
Those get lost in all the fallen leaves. You got to be careful with those.
Well, that's true. I'm looking at my yard, and they're pretty much gone now because I harvest them. But you're absolutely right.
Sorry, I cut you off there. You were saying something else.
No. Have you seen those balls that have the sending signal in them? Where you actually can track them.
I've seen those at like Top Golf and like different driving ranges, but I've never seen those. I've not seen those like to actually use on the course. So no, so
that'd be awesome, right? You tee off and then you watch your phone to see where it goes.
That would be.
It's nice. Only a matter of time. I don't know if you've ever seen. I'm shifting gears here. If you ever seen the 4K 3D fish finders, they're incredible. There's no more art to fishing, man. Like put one of these things on, and it's like it tells you what kind of fish, their color. They're no longer your Pong version of fish finders, right? So that's what this app for the balls are.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like it takes a lot of the fun out of fishing.
Oh yeah. No, I mean if you're out there harvesting is one thing. If you're out there fishing is another. But I'm waiting for the days, and I think they already have some tourneys where they prohibit or only allow a certain amount or certain type of devices, because the devices are getting to the point it's ridiculous.
Sport out of it, it's supposed to be like it's like well, anyway, thank you, Tien. I'm glad you're here, man, and let's have ourselves a Friday, huh? Got some good stuff to get into. What's that? You ready?
I'm ready to roll some jokes.
Love it. Love it.
I don't have any of them teed up, but I'm sure some will come up.
I'm sure they will. All right, let's start with our sponsors. We got 2 great ones today. First is Earth Garden Botanicals up in Montana, run by our friend Jolene, who's an herbalist and a health coach. I love Jolene. She's such a wonderful person, and she's just brilliant. These products she makes are amazing. I love the CBD and hemp products, the CBD oil for pets, the R&R Delta 8 nighttime gummies, really good for a good night's sleep. You got topical cream for sore joint and muscles. It's an arnica salve with CBD infused. You can get it without CBD too. But all the CBD and hemp products, the ingredients are locally grown on small organic Montana farms. So they're wonderful products. Also, your fire cider is really great for clearing your sinuses, breathing more clearly. Elderberry tonic has been known to boost the immune system and really good to have in the medicine cabinet for when you feel a cold starting to come on. It could be a big game changer there. If you like drinking tea, there's 4 amazing tea blends to choose from here, and I really enjoy all 4 of them. My favorites are the Sunshine and Pine and Serenity, but you really can't go wrong with any of them. And then you also got to check out the Happy Trails critter juice, the all natural insect repellent to help keep the mosquitoes away. This stuff is incredibly effective. It doesn't smell bad. It doesn't make you feel oily or gross on your skin when you apply it. I love the critter juice. It's been a game-changing product for me during the summer when I'm golfing, when I'm out and about. That stuff really makes a huge difference keeping the mosquitoes off me. And I have a serious issue with mosquitoes. They destroy me. So I really have appreciated the critter juice over the years here. 20% off right now using promo code 412. That is double the normal discount. Normally it's 10% off. It's 20% off through the end of the year. So take advantage while you can. Still time to get your orders in for the holidays, stuffing the stocking, getting your gifts. So make sure you go ahead and load up while you can, while the discount is at the 20%. So again, earthguardbotanicals.com, promo code 412 for 20% off through the end of the year. Then it goes back down to 10% on January 1st. So do not miss out. Our other friends, Diamond Soap Co., diamondsoapco.com. These guys are amazing as well. This is a America First business as it gets. Family owned and operated, veteran owned and operated. Harold and Laura have been married over 30 years. They are both Air Force Intel vets. They make these soaps and body butters handmade here in the United States using organic, all natural ingredients as well. So this stuff is top-notch product. I love these soaps. I can't stress to you how much I love these soaps. And I never thought I would care about soap before, honestly. Like I was like probably a lot of you guys were. It's like whatever's the cheapest thing at the drugstore, like it's soap. Who gives a shit? But honestly, no. This stuff has been amazing. I love the Bonfire and Kentucky Bourbon. I couldn't imagine honestly using plain old like store-bought soap anymore, which sounds super weird. But it's so true. I've really enjoyed these. Right now, I'm using the Classic Clean. It's amazing as well. I really like the green tea cucumber. It's bright. It's refreshing. It's a very I don't know. It's like energetic. It like wakes me up. I don't know. Something about the green tea cucumber really wakes me up. They take recommendations from you guys, like the frankincense and myrrh. That was inspired by our friend Lance Lightspear out in the chat. You have a sweet almond, really awesome. The cedar amber is great too. I love the beach vibes I get from the Island Escape. There's some floral scents too. If you go into the hand soap section of the website, you'll see stuff like rose and lavender, night violet, citrus burst, southern peach. I mean, there's something for everybody here, guys. And they have body butters as well. Those are really great for dry and itchy skin this time of year when that heat kicks on and that forced air heat really starts to dry out my skin. I get really itchy on my legs, on my arms. Just the smallest amount of the body butter makes me feel so much better for weeks at a time too. It's like one application. It's like a miracle how well it works. And then they have t-shirts too. If you like the company and you want to rep the brand, you can get the Diamond Soap Co. men or women's t-shirt. They got a hoodie there to keep you nice and warm. It's a great company. It makes great product. diamondsoapco.com. Promo code 412 gets you 17% off. And I can't recommend this stuff enough, and it makes great gifts. Really great gifts, guys. If you're looking for something to stuff in a friend or family member's stocking, you want to get a gift basket, they have it all here. So do not miss out. diamondsoapco.com, promo code 412 for 17% off. Esther G13 saying she loves the soaps. I can still smell the Bonfire I showered with this morning. The lemongrass one too. Glad you like it as much as I do. I swear by this company, diamondsoapco.com. Please, guys, go check it out and load up a cart. You will not be disappointed. Same with the Earth Garden Botanical stuff. High quality product there for sure. And I think I saw a question come in. Hold on. Floyd says, how many open bars of Diamond soaps do you have in the shower? Thank you for the cookie. It's I only do one at a time. But what I like to do is switch it up. Like I never open the same kind twice in a row. So I'm constantly switching it up, and anytime I have one that I haven't tried before, that's always the next one I do. So I try as many of them as I can, and yeah, but only one at a time. I'm telling you guys, the soap is unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Tien, I know you've used the Diamond Soap Co. products at this point, right? You've tried them, Tien?
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
mean,
Once a month.
I'm not being hyperbolic, right? I mean, they are phenomenal.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
You're not. As a matter of fact, it's the not only the scent that leaves in the room and on you, and it lasts pretty good all day.
Mhm.
The washcloth, right? For those of you who use washcloths, right?
Yeah.
When you wet it down, the next shower, you still, I mean, the fragrance just comes off before you even lather it up.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's good lathering soap too.
Yeah.
Some of the soaps are flat, right? Not that it needs to be suds up or lather, but diamond soaps do.
Yeah, thank you, Tia. I appreciate that because I always talk them up, but I know you guys have experienced these products too, and I can't tell you how awesome they are. All right, very very good. And then Filter Dog, thank you for the cookie. I appreciate it very very much. All right, let's get into some news and see what we got going on here today. Let's start with this. Because it's Friday, I want to put everyone in a good mood to start. Hate hoaxer Jesse Smollett headed back to jail. This is MAGA country. Hate hoaxer Jesse Smollett is likely headed back to jail after he lost his appeal in courts. Smollett will have to finish his 150-day jail sentence. He has only served 6 days in jail. The New York Post reported an appeals court Friday upheld the disorderly conduct convictions of actor Jussie Smollett, who was accused of staging a racist, homophobic attack against himself in 2019, and then lying about it to Chicago police. Smollett, who appeared in the TV show Empire, challenged the role of the special prosecutor, jury selection, evidence, and many other aspects of the case, but all were turned aside in a 2-1 opinion from the Illinois appellate court. Smollett had reported to police that he was the victim of a racist and homophobic attack by 2 men wearing ski masks. The manhunt for the attackers soon turned into an investigation of Smollett himself, leading to his arrest on charges he had orchestrated the attack. So let's watch this again just for good old time's sake. This is Jussie Smollett in court being originally sentenced. His graceful exit of the room. I think you guys will enjoy this little trip down memory lane.
Sentence, and here's your sentence. I'm sentencing you to 30 months felony probation, and the probation is going to be to this court. You're going to be allowed to travel wherever you want. You do not have to live in the state of Illinois. You can report by phone. I know that if you're going to try to make a living and do some of the things you do, you may have to go to other places, New York and Los Angeles. You can do those things. You will pay restitution to the city of Chicago in the amount of $120,106. You are fined $25,000, which is the maximum fine, and you will spend the first 150 days of your sentence in the Cook County Jail, and that will start today, right here, right now. Mr. Smollett, though the jury found you guilty and I've sentenced you as I have, you have the right to appeal the findings and rulings of the court or ask your sentence be modified. To do those things, you need to file a notice of appeal in writing within 30 days. You may also file a motion to modify your sentence, which would have to be filed in writing within 30 days. Anything not stated in those filings are waived for purposes of appeal. You cannot afford lawyers or transcripts. They would be provided free of charge. Do you have any questions?
No, I would just like to say to Your Honor that I am.
Why were you wearing the mask in the first place?
That's what I was about to say.
Okay.
I am not suicidal.
Okay.
I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years.
And I am acting.
Your Honor, I respect you, and I
He
respect
sucks.
the jury, but I did not do this, and I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself, and you must all know that.
Did you see the lawyer's face on the lower look? back up a bit when he's pointing to himself and look to the left, the guy, that lawyer on the lower left.
And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself. And you must all know that. I respect you, Your Honor. I respect your decision. Jail time.
He literally just rolled his eyes at him.
He's like, what the?
Anyway, Juicy Smollier will be facing the music, it would appear, and he's not going to get off lightly. So there you go.
He was fearing an Epstein moment there.
No, I think he just didn't want to go to Cook County Jail.
Well, yeah, but why would he fear? Right? I mean,
I think because his handlers put him in that position. I think that, people like Kamala Harris and Michelle Obama, their ties to Kim Fox, there's an underbelly to all that. So they're probably worried that he might spill the beans as to how he was put up to it, how this was orchestrated, the dirty inside workings of it all. So he starts saying that probably to prevent or try to mitigate.
That's what I'm saying. He had an Epstein moment there.
Well, he knows the kind of people he's dealing with.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, these people will disappear you in a heartbeat, and they'll get away with it
really too. A weird thing to say, right? I mean, I'm not suicidal. If anything happens to me, I didn't do it to myself.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely. I remember when that first happened. We were talking about that, and it's pretty interesting to hear him react that way for sure.
Exactly.
Well, there you go. So
did you also hear that Miss Clavicles apparently was not truthful in her public testimony?
You don't say.
Changed again. Yes.
So
yeah.
how
it came out today that she had to amend her testimony behind closed doors or whatever, the videotape testimonies because of inaccuracies.
Yeah.
Were any specifics on what exactly was?
No, but you can pretty much guess what they are. Everything she said.
Yeah, the entire thing. Oh my God! Wow, just wow.
The Secret Service's neck, not his clavicles.
Play the Dave Chappelle bit on Juicy, says Cycle Chris. I don't have that readily queued up, but I don't know. That's like a 5-10 minute bit too. That would eat up a good part of the show here. As hilarious as it is, maybe we finish up a bunch of stuff and we have time towards the end. If we can hunt it down, we can play it. But I'm not going to do that right now. As much as I would love to watch it, because it is really, really funny. We'll just keep calling him Juicy Smollier in honor of Dave Chappelle's hilarious skit, and maybe we'll watch it at the end of the show if there's time.
And there's actually a movement in the Alvin Bragg case. So he filed a 99-page rebuttal to Trump's dismissals, and I went through this video. This chick she's like, well, this is Midas Touch Network, and she goes on to talk about what that underlying crime is, and still never defines it. But because Michael Cohen works with these people and at Midas Touch and has a podcast with them, I'm assuming that they're privy to private conversations with Michael, or they know what the deal is, what's going on with what's going. And she throws something out there. She never defines a second crime, but she does say that it doesn't have to be the same person, meaning it doesn't have to be Trump. So I think Alvin Bragg is using the second crime is basically Trump being individual one in Michael Cohen's case when he got sentenced, when he got charged. I think that's what's going on there. I don't know definitively. I'm just saying the way that she casually threw that out there, and I'm like, wait a minute, and then failed to define that second crime. Again, even though she's referencing Alvin Bragg's response. I think that's what's going on. If that's the case, this thing is even worse than we thought. It's not even the second crime, isn't even Trump.
That's ridiculous. I mean, this thing was already on.
That's why they never brought it. That's the reason why they never brought it.
What was the point of it to begin with? Even like they filed the indictment. You haven't heard
to break the ice for the
yeah,
felonies.
just kind of be that first one,
Mhm.
be bloodied, being the first one through the door, make it easier on everybody else.
Yep.
Wow.
And I think that finding list was supposed to be the first, but because of the foreman and remember the creepy foreman, jury foreman of the grand jury, state
Yeah.
or the special purpose grand jury in Georgia, I
Yeah.
think that's what that's what caused them to not go first.
Gotcha.
My opinion, but
I mean, would that happen after the Bragg thing? I thought that happened like that interview was after the Bragg thing. The creepy
no, it
form.
was in January, right around the Joe Biden Mike Pence documents case in early January 2023, this year.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, and the timeline just after a while they all just start to blend together. That would make sense then. That would definitely make sense. All right, let's do this too. This was another big story today. And how the Republicans suck. I'll just put it that way. It's not breaking any news here, but the Republican Party is a joke. It's scared of its own shadow. It is absolutely ridiculous. George Santos expelled from Congress in historic vote for the sixth time in U.S. history. The 234-year-old House of Representatives expelled a member. Representative George Santos, Republican of New York, on December 1st. The final vote on the resolution introduced by House Ethics Chair Michael Guest, a Republican, to send Mr. Santos packing was 310 to 115, with 2 voting present, fulfilling the 2/3 requirement for the measure. 105 Republicans joined 206 Democrats in favor of expulsion, while 2 Democrats, Representatives Nikema Williams and Bobby Scott, joined 112 Republicans in voting against the resolution. Quote, they just sent a dangerous precedent. A defiant looking Mr. Santos to reporters as he was leaving the House chamber for perhaps the last time. Ahead of the vote, the New York congressman appeared resigned to his fate, saying he knew there were enough votes for his ouster. Quote, I've accepted the fate, he told Fox News. It's God's will to keep me here. I will stay, and if it's his will to leave, I will leave, and I will do so graciously. During the debate on the House floor, proponents and opponents made their case over whether the House should expel Mr. Santos. Quote, George Santos has built his persona, his personal and political life on the foundation of lies, said Mr. Guest. Rep. Susan Wild said Mr. Santos is not a victim, rather he is a perpetrator of massive fraud on his constituents. However, Representative Matt Gaetz said Mr. Santos should not be expelled since he has not been convicted on any of the 23 federal charges he faces, to which he has pleaded not guilty. Mr. Santos' trial is set to begin September 9th, 2024. Representative Tory Nels warned that were Mr. Santos to be expelled, it would set a very dangerous precedent for this Congress. After the vote, Rep. Darrell Issa told the Epoch Times the vote was a mistake. George made mistakes, and he sort of should have been sanctioned by the House Ethics Committee, he said. But I believe that the old standard, which is if convicted, will be expelled, was a good standard for the most part. Rep. Jim Clyburn did not seem impressed by the 105 Republicans who joined the 206 Democrats to repel Santos. Quote, this is not anything to be happy about, he told the Epoch Times. The development comes weeks after, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, point being is you had almost half of the Republican conference lining up with the Democrats to expel George Santos before he was ever convicted of anything. They did not allow.
That and his trial in September is before the election. And considering all the publicity around him stuff, I would assume he would not be reelected.
Yeah.
And so like it's why lose a vote?
It's
considering the contentious nature of what's going on right now. Why lose a vote?
It's wild. It's absolutely wild to me. And then you look at Rep. Bowman, he's going to get away scot-free.
Well, I guess it would be a special election, wouldn't it? There's a free seat, right? There's a free seat, it's a special election. Do we know if was this a? I know it was New York, but was this
this was a seat that was flipped. Santos flipped it, so it'll likely probably end up back in the hands.
Right. So that's why you wouldn't do
it. It's incredibly dumb, but it's this self-defeating Republican mindset.
Yeah. This is the Rhino Republican losers turning over, like we've talked about over the past years. This is the Kabuki theater of the Uniparty.
Yeah, Thumper Rose says Jamal.
As much as he may have deserved. I'm sorry. You're. I think your mic's not picking up as much, so I didn't hear you.
Oh no, I was just, and Thumper Rose made the same point. Jamal Bowman was convicted of pulling the fire alarm. He's going to remain in Congress. George Santos has not been convicted of anything, and you have 105 Republicans voting to remove him. If Republicans treated the Democrats the way they treat each other, we'd be in a much better place right now. Sorry, Pinata, go ahead, man.
No, actually, you're a little bit far, so I was cross speaking a little bit because I couldn't hear that you were talking. Yeah, I mean, yeah, should he probably be expelled? Probably, considering what he did. Just as far as, but we're not in a place where we're just like we're worried about decorum right now, or that's not where we are. Considering what the Democrats do, they're not worried about that. Then they play it off like they're proud of it, or they don't admit to it, the bad decorum that they have, but they just pretend that it's decent, and when it's not, it's clearly not. Yep. Like like a Swalwell. Clearly, there's something wrong there, and I'm glad that McCarthy at least removed them from the Gang of Eight, especially with Schiff as well.
Mm-hmm. But it should have been so much. It should have been so much more aggressive. Or if you're not going to go and remove Swalwell or at least attempt to remove Swalwell and Adam Schiff and these kind of people, or Jamal Bowman, you should at least protect your own until they're convicted. It's just the same bullshit we always see from the Uniparty. So George Santos is the latest victim of it. And again, George Santos is, I'm no fan of him. I think he's a piece of shit too, but it's just, now you're down to a two representative lead or majority in the House. You basically need perfect attendance and the conference 100% unified, which almost never happens with Republicans, to get anything at all done. They just continue to get in their own way, shoot themselves in the foot. It's completely pathetic. It's completely pathetic. I would love to see all 105 of these losers primaried out and get some fresh blood in there. That's a big number though. And they have the list. They're online everywhere if you guys want to go find them. I think the Gateway Pundit posted the list of all 105 who voted to expel Santos. But I guess it just is what it is. It's still the Uniparty in full force here for sure. All right. Yeah. Okay, Pinata.
Oh, just yeah. What do you got next? Do you want to trade again?
Well, I have a little video here on this that I want to play. It's Fetterman on The View talking about Santos, and actually you'll be kind of surprised to hear what he has to say about it. Before I play this video though, I just want to tell everyone to please hit that red pill button, share the link to the show wherever you're watching, and repost the show. If you're watching on pill.net, hit that little repost button underneath the blue and red pill symbols, a little circular symbol there. I appreciate you guys all doing that. Those of you all watching on Rumble, DLive, Odyssey, CloudHub, Twitter, and YouTube, please be sure to find our channel on pill.net. That is the exclusive place to watch the second half of the show. In about 10 minutes or so, we're going to be shutting down all those platforms and finishing the show only on pill.net. So if you'd like to keep hanging out with us for the second hour and wrap up the week with us in the second half, make sure you know how to get over there and find the show. So we'll make that announcement again in 10 minutes or so, but just want to give you guys a little advance notice. The links to pill.net are in the Rumble description and the YouTube description beneath the streams. So please find us over there. All right, let's check out this clip. This is Fetterman on The View. Take a listen.
And you've also been calling to get rid of Menendez, I know. But first, before we talk about that, what's your reaction to the expulsion?
Well, it's like I'm not surprised, but to me, I think the more important picture is that we have a colleague in the Senate that actually did much more sinister and serious kinds of things. Senator Menendez, he needs to go. And if you are going to expel Santos, how can you allow to somebody like Menendez to remain in the Senate? And Santos's kind of lies were almost funny, and like he landed on the moon and that kind of stuff. Whereas I think Menendez, I think, is really a senator for Egypt, not New Jersey. So I really think he needs to go. And especially, it's kind of strange that if Santos is not allowed to remain in the House, someone like that. Yeah.
Are you, though, uncomfortable with the fact that there hasn't been an adjudication, that while he's been charged, there hasn't been a conviction? With Menendez.
I am, and it's like he has the right for his day in court and all that, but he doesn't have the right to have those kind of votes and things that's not a right, and I think we need to make that kind of decision to send him out.
So I think that's fantastic. I mean, like, I'm not a Fetterman fan, but the fact that he didn't take the opportunity to bag on Santos for a few minutes, he looked inward at his own party, brought up Menendez, and talked about the hypocrisy of why Menendez gets to stay, even though what he's been doing is far worse. I thought that was, I mean, you gotta give credit where it's due, whether you think that's a real Fetterman or not. Whoever this person representing themselves as Fetterman is, had an opportunity there to just pile on, and take a victory lap. And instead decided to take a shot inward at his own party. So I actually appreciated that. I actually did appreciate that. And I'll play the end of it again because they start asking about, well, aren't you concerned that Menendez didn't have his day in court?
No,
it's the exact same thing when it's the exact, hold on, let me finish my thought. It's the exact same thing with Santos. Santos hasn't had his day in court, but you notice that these cackling losers on The View, they immediately try to find some way to, like, well, you can't equivocate Santos and a Democrat. That just can't fly. So how do we like soften what he said about Menendez? And they're like, well, he hasn't had his day in court. Well, it's like, neither has Santos, you asshole. But they're like, they had to really specify that. Like, well, are you concerned that he didn't have his day in court? Menendez. We're talking about Menendez. It's just pathetic. But anyway, I thought that was a very interesting soundbite. Go ahead, Tien.
See, I interpreted that completely different. The soundbite was, she asked him, are you concerned that he didn't have his day in court? Well, nothing happened to Menendez. So why would he be concerned that he didn't have his day in court? I think she was asking about Santos, and he turned around and made it about Menendez.
No, I'll play it again because they all said Menendez.
Charge, there hasn't been a conviction. Menendez. With Menendez.
I mean, she says with Menendez, like, and that's when. So they
nothing's happened to Menendez.
Hasn't he been charged? I thought he was charged with something.
Yeah. But I'm saying he had. Okay, so if the juxtaposition is Menendez and Santos, Menendez is still there, and that's what he was saying. Fetterman was saying he's still voting.
Menendez is, yeah.
Yeah, Menendez is, and Santos is removed, and they're both been charged, but none of them have been adjudicated. So that's why I'm saying, are you concerned? See, that's why I was confused by it in the way I interpreted it as being about Santos, that because nothing has happened to Menendez. He's been charged, big deal. He was accused, the same thing as Santos being accused.
Mm-hmm.
But Santos gets removed, and Menendez is not. And Fetterman's concern was that, well, he still gets to vote.
Right.
He should at least be sanctioned from the vote, is how I interpreted what he was saying. That's why I'm going that the question was kind of weird, because why would you be concerned about unless they were leading him? Why would you be concerned about Menendez not being adjudicated if all it is charged, because nothing's happened to him?
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but I mean, I think she pretty clearly, um,
Yeah, but the question doesn't make sense, right? I
yeah,
mean, what would be the
well,
concern? I mean,
I think it makes sense if you look at it from the perspective of he just made the Democrat Party look bad because they're willing to make a big deal about George Santos, but there's a guy on their own side that's done way worse that they're not actively trying to remove. And I feel like when Fetterman did that, he hit a trigger and somebody in one of their ears told them to try to distance Santos and Menendez away from each other. And
yeah,
so
that's possible.
she came in and said, well, Menendez hasn't had his day in court, essentially. Aren't you concerned that Menendez hasn't had his day in court? You know, like with your opinion that he should be removed. And that's when Fetterman said, well, yeah, he should have his day in court, but until then, he shouldn't be allowed to vote on these things. So I think that they didn't like the fact that Fetterman, I think they were expecting a victory lap from Fetterman to like dogpile on to Santos. And when he instead called out the hypocrisy in his own party, there was a bit of a how do we try to create this as an apples to apples comparison or break away this apples to apples comparison and make Menendez seem like there's a reasonable doubt with him where Santos has already met his fate. That's how I read it. But I
Yeah,
see where you're
that's possible. That's possible because to me, and not to belabor it, is something didn't jive in that line of questioning.
yeah, it's because it wasn't like a legitimate question. I truly think it was like a last second like damage control
Yeah.
more than anything else. Because you saw how multiple members on the panel there like jumped in to clarify for her. We're talking about Menendez. And then foreign rebel. Thank you for the diamond. Says D Live is king of free speech, not pilled. I mean, that's just hilarious to me. I don't know if you're just trying to be funny or if you're being serious. Foreign rebel, you know, I love you, buddy. I appreciate you, but D Live has demonetized us over speech. They've shadow banned us. They forced us to go into X-rated or whatever they call it content for a period of time over our speech. D Live is not a free speech platform. They've never been a free speech platform. The second Media Matters started writing articles about us using the platform. They started banning people off of it. Hell, they've even taken away live chats for stuff that you guys say. They'll disable an entire channel's live chat based on what the audience is talking about, not even something I'll say. They've done that before too. So
Did you end up getting a global
partner?
partner?
No. And they left my application on pending for 2 years until I just gave up. And I met all of the requirements for them. I made this channel, Your Generosity out there, made D Live tons of money back in 2020, and they still shit right in our mouths at the end of it all. And gave us the finger. So I appreciate you guys that tune in over there. I understand for some of you it's a convenient platform and whatnot. But D Live is run by assholes. D Live does not care about free speech. D Live is it's a lightweight. It's a lightweight. It really the only reason I even continue broadcasting over there is because it sends out notifications to our almost 14,000 followers who then wisely go take that notification and join us on a better platform. But hey, if that's where you guys want to tune in for 45 minutes each day, go for it. But again, we are now fully on Team Pilled, a place where we know they will never ever ban us or limit our speech or anything like that. So yeah. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, but you know, again, if you want to hang out on a true free speech platform, pilled.net is the only one going right now when it comes to video content. It's the only one without the hate speech nonsense in their terms of service. It's the only one that doesn't only cater to the big channels. It's the only real grassroots platform going. So I invite you guys all over there to help support it, help grow it, help it get better, more stable, add features, and that's all. That all happens when you guys come over, give it your viewership, utilize the different monetization tools with the gold pills and the subscriptions and whatnot. And we really appreciate you guys that do that. And speaking of which, we are going to be going over exclusively to pilled.net right now because it is 4:53 and it is that time of the show. When we come back, Drunk Pinata has got some interesting stuff for us. Pinata, you've got the you said you've got the what was it? You teased it at the beginning of the show, and I'm having a blank right now. But you said that you had something you wanted.
Oh, we get down to apparently, we're gonna find out why Joe Biden says things like dog face pony soldier and the other isms that he has that he says that are inappropriate. We're gonna find out where he got that.
Awesome. How has Rumble censored anyone? I haven't seen it yet. They put all the tools to do so. And I've heard some things. I don't want to get into it right now, especially not at this point in the show. But if you look at their terms of service, they are built to start censoring and kicking people off for speech. I mean, they have hate speech rules, anti-Semitism rules. They are going down a path, not to mention questionable investments from certain entities out there, and they're always going to be a slave to the app stores and the big tech services, whether it's web services or like I said, app store listings. They're going to have to play by their rules. If their server hosting service decides that, hey, censor Alex Jones or else we're cutting you off, kind of like what happened to Parler, or Apple says we're kicking you off the iTunes store, or Google says we're kicking you off the Play Store if you don't censor Nick Fuentes or Owen Benjamin or someone like that. I will bet every dollar in my pocket that Rumble folds faster than the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. They will. It's not gonna work out for it. I'm going with, and I'm putting my money on the only true free speech platform out there, the only one that doesn't play along with those entities, and that's pilled.net. And we're going over to pilled.net right now exclusively. I'm going to play a little video, and then we'll come back on the other side with the second half of the show. We'll be right back, everybody.
Pilled.net is proud to host 412 Productions exclusively on the true home of free speech. To continue watching the show, we are here to help you over to Pilled. If you're new to the platform, just click on the welcome link provided. It will then automatically walk you through signing up for your free account. If you already have a Pilled.net account, follow the link provided directing you straight to 412 Productions channel. We are excited to have you join the Pilled family, and if you have any questions at all, please email support@pilled.net. Enjoy the rest of 412 Productions on Pilled.net. Free speech lives here.
All right, we are back. Thank you guys so much again for joining us today. I am going to be jumping off of these other platforms now, so please follow us over to pilled.net for the second half of the show. We got lots of good stuff to talk about here to wrap up the final hour of the week. If you're not going to make it over, no hard feelings whatsoever. I appreciate you guys tuning in for the first half. You can find us tomorrow morning. I will be live at 10 a.m. Eastern time for a Saturday morning chat. So very much looking forward to hanging out and taking your calls in the morning. But again, come hang out with us. We'll be going for another hour. The link is down below in the Rumble and YouTube description to our Pilled.net channel. Make it super easy for you guys. And yeah, that is pretty much going to do it for all of our other platforms. So let's say goodbye to DLive. Let's say goodbye to Rumble. Let's say goodbye to Twitter, CloudHub, Odyssey, and YouTube. Come find us over on Pilled, or we'll catch you guys on the next